All right, what are we talking about today? We're talking about me. We're talking about this channel. We're talking about why I do the thing I do here on the Felix Black Show. Let's get into it. All right, welcome back, viewers. The Felix Black Show here on YouTube, your number one source for purple pill content. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Please follow me on all social media platforms. Make sure you like, comment on the video if you have something to say, if you have any thoughts. I'm getting into my channel today and myself. Talking a little bit, we've had some new people come onto the channel. And I just want to explain to everyone that I am not a relationship expert, right? I am simply a person who, by dating standards today, is what they call a high value man. I did not come up with that term. Someone else did, and I like the way it sounds. You have gold, platinum, diamond level. I'm what they consider a high value man in the dating sphere. Single, no kids, job. I don't live in my parents' basement anymore. So I'm doing my thing, if you will. So there is nothing that qualifies me. I don't have any license. I don't have any degrees that say, hey, you can start a channel on YouTube and talk to people about relationships. What I have is experience, right? And I have a perspective that when I talk to people, friends, people that I meet, people that I date, they say it's interesting. They say the things that I think, I believe, I try are interesting. So I share that with the internet. This is also leading me into a second career, doing YouTube full time. So why not, right? I am not here to tell people what to do in their relationships. I simply speak from my experiences, and that's what qualifies me. I'd like to think that I've made, a few good decisions on my way. Have I made all good decisions? No, but of course not. But when we talk about men in 2024 and moving forward, there are a lot of negative things said about men, how men aren't into chasing women anymore, how men aren't into chivalry, how men aren't into taking care of a family, being present, taking care of the home, taking care of a woman. I'm here to say that that's false. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to champion the men that are out there, the men that are still available. You can say there aren't any good men left, and I may not be your cup of tea, and that's fine, but it still remains what I am considered in today's dating sphere. That does not change. So that is why I get on this camera and I talk to people. I talk to men and I talk to women, and I do what is called purple pill content. If you aren't familiar with that term, it's something that was, pitched to me in order to capture both the red pill, which is usually the men empowerment. And I've seen where, they say women aren't stepping up to the plate. Women are expecting too much, about giving too little to a relationship. And it's time for men to take back ownership of relationships and themselves and masculinity. And I agree with that. I agree. Then you have blue pill content, which is men ain't shit and men need to step up to the plate. They're not doing enough. They're not present. They're not taking care of families the way that they're supposed to be. And I also agree with that. There are situations and times that we can improve on who we are as men. So that's why I combine the two. Red and blue make purple, and have purple pill content. I talk to both men and women about dating. Now, I'm always going to side with the men because I am one. So my perspective a lot of times is going to be talking more to women than men because of my experiences in the dating sphere, where they say men don't do this, men don't do that, men don't have this, men don't have that. I'm here to say some of that, not all of it, some of that is false. I am an example of what they say does not exist anymore. That's all it is. It's a form of entertainment, but it's also a forum to open dialogue, to talk. That's why I'm always saying use the comment section, because I really mean that. I want to hear people's opinions. I want to hear people's thoughts in the scope of the video, because a lot of times I get comments that have nothing to do with the video. People will pull one small snippet of what I said and make that their response. It's like, no. Listen to my entire statement and respond to that. You're not, this is, I don't know how to put this. You're not talking to someone who doesn't have the experience, who doesn't have the cachet to speak. I can speak. I stand on everything I say. I stand on it. So people come into the comment section, my DMs or whatever, and they may try to say negative things. They may try to combat what I say to get me to change my stance. But a lot of thought goes into these videos before I make them. So when I make a video talking about enjoy your 20s, or why good men are avoiding you, or first dates, where places to take your first date. Yes, it is a form of entertainment, but yes, I'm being honest about myself. I'm not doing this to find anyone to date. I am sharing in a space relationships that everyone can relate to. Everyone can relate to. And so I want to be part of YouTube. This is what I want to do full time, and this is the category that I want to be in, the purple pill relationship dating category, based on my experiences. That's all it is. I never once got on camera to say that I'm a relationship expert and I can make you find the perfect person. No, that's not what it is. It's to say, hey, this is what I feel men should be doing, because this is what I do. This is what a high value man, the 1%er, the one that everyone says a woman is looking for, a high value man. This is what we're looking for. This is what we see. This is why we think the way that we think. Am I speaking for all high value men? No, I'm speaking for myself. However, I know a few high value men. We have conversations off camera, in private, all the time, and they share the same sentiment, 99% of what I say. So that is what propels me to get onto the camera and speak to the world. And it was, some coaching from them, like, hey, you need to get onto the camera and spread that message, because yes, men are leaders, providers, and protectors. But yes, men also need to step up, because I see a lot of examples where men aren't doing that. And also women who want the leaders, providers, and protectors understand what it takes to get that, maintain that, and to attract that. That is what I'm here for. That is my whole purpose, is for Purple Pill Content, to talk to both the men and the women. I am not a relationship expert. I don't want to be a relationship expert. I want to open the dialogue between men and women in not a accusatory or a attacking mode, just conversation. Let's listen to one another, because I think that's a big part of what's missing also, is we don't listen. We listen to respond instead of listening to understand. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. That's what they say. Hell, that's true, because we're two totally different entities. We think differently, but some believe that we're meant to be joined together. And so we have to understand one another through turbulent times. And 23 going into 24, 25, 26, these years have seemed to be really turbulent in the dating sphere. There seemed to be an attack on masculinity. And anyone who knows me knows that I am against attacking masculinity. Am I against toxic masculinity? In certain aspects, but I support the masculine man if he's doing the right thing. I do not support degrading women in their role. Women are very important in our lives, in everything that we do. So I want them to understand that, yes, you are important, but you do have some shortcomings, and there are things that you can improve to make these relationships better. But that's what qualifies me. I'm what they consider a high value man. I didn't ask for that. I didn't even know there was a term until I started looking online. So that's why I make these. If anybody has any questions as to why, again, I'm on all social media platforms, and you can always ask the question instead of making the assumption. That is what I'm here for. I'm here to represent the high value men that are out there to the best of my ability, and to speak from the aspect of a high value man. Again, though I represent high value men, my opinions are those of my own. So I don't speak for everyone, but I am a representative of the 1%ers. This is what it looks like. It is what it is. So thank you guys for watching this quick video. Again, I am not a relationship expert, and I don't want to be. I am not a relationship expert. I am a high value man. Remember that. And I will see you guys in the next video.